Hello and welcome to the Limitless Landscapers podcast. I'm Charlotte.
And I'm Paula.
And today we're talking about the misconceptions surrounding marketing, the fact that it has to be long, time consuming, and how you can really get those quality inquiries without all the work.
As the co-founders of the Landscaper Circle, we help you get more money, time and freedom to become limitless through our experiences as fellow landscapers and our tried and tested methods. If you want help with your marketing, managing or growing your business, you've definitely come to the right place. If you're a landscaper, garden designer or supplier to the industry, then hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. Now, let's get back to the show.
So, we have had many conversations with designers and landscapers in the industry regarding marketing and just the fact that they don't have time to do it because you are very busy people. Paula knows from experience. It's often thought that marketing is this all-time consuming thing, and it can be if you make it so, particularly with content, social media. Those things do take more time, but there are definitely ways and things you can implement that aren't time consuming without compromising on quality inquiries. So the main one for us is creating some sort of lead magnet. So a lead magnet is something that your ideal client would find really interesting. So whether that's an ebook or a video tutorial or a download or a brochure, offering that for free on your website. So there's a little bit of setup, but once it's done, it's done. That's what one of the key things that we recommend to our members, getting them off the ground for getting more inquiries, because you've got to make sure it's something that appeals to them. You've got to make sure that you're offering them some value in that freebie, because we've all signed up for those things that don't offer value.
And there's a podcast episode on that.
Yes,
as well.
There is a podcast. We'll link it in the show notes. Then following that, having an automated email series. Now, again, there's another episode on the podcast about automated emails and the misconception that they can't be personal, but they really can be. Even if it's emails that are sent direct through your Outlook, through a thing called Zapier, it can be automated for you and include all the personal information that they use that filled out the form. So you could set up an automated email series to ask them how they found the download, if they had any more questions, and then ultimately begin to soft sell your services.
So as an example, in my landscaping design business, we have a physical brochure that people can download. You can either request it as a downloadable PDF document that you save onto your computer, or you can request it as the printed version that I send out in the post. Yeah, so they can do one of those two things. Now, once that has happened, I get a notification that someone has requested a brochure so that I can then send it out in the post. Following that, there's a series of emails that just says a basic one that says, hey, how did you find the brochure? Now, if Royal Mail has been rubbish and they haven't received it, that's when they tend to email me back and I can send another one out. Or they'll email me back, and what I've had recently is when they've received the brochure, they've then booked in an appointment for our in-house designer to go and see them and discuss their project. So it's a freebie, but it's also very valuable, and it's not just a replica of the website. So I think you have to be careful when you are offering freebies that they are not just something that you think, oh, it's easy to put together, I'll just do a replica of the website for the brochure. No, you've got to have stuff over and above in there. Yes, of course, some of the images will be the same, but you have to make it different to what they're seeing online. That's one key thing. And the second thing I would say about offering freebies is make sure they look like high quality as well. So not just that the information inside is high quality, but for example, I've seen some ebooks where the cover, although it's an ebook, they show the cover and it just looks really tacky.
It's not that hard now to make beautiful things. There's so many PDF templates within Canva, which is a free online software. Or obviously you can inquire with TLC and we can help make you design and write a brochure for you, or any ebook or PDF that you want to offer. It should be different to the website, but it should have the same feel. So if you've got a really high-end quality website, but then the PDF looks like crap.
Rubbish.
Yeah, if it looks like crap, then there's going to be that inconsistency, and that inconsistency can make them think, well, is their service going to be as good as what the website looks? Subconsciously, that's kind of the path that you go down.
Yeah, and I also want to mention newsletters are not the same thing as an ebook or something of value. So I see a lot of people say, yeah, but I've got a newsletter opt-in. Well, that's fine, but most people don't write and send newsletters as often as they say they're going to. Secondly, newsletters can be very much, it's all about me, when really, when you're talking to the client, it should be all about them, how you can help them, what you can do for them, why you are the most obvious choice for them because of their needs. A newsletter can be very me, like we did this, we took on this staff, we won this award, we've done this, that's me. and it doesn't really connect you with that client. I'm not saying newsletters are rubbish.
No,
they can be useful.
Yeah, effectively. So for Paula's business, we send out an email once a month.
Yeah.
And although it's not shaped like a newsletter, effectively it is, because it's something you're writing to them every month. But even in that, it's only sending them things that apply to them. So whether it's, so Paula's been off for the 6 weeks for the school holidays, there's a podcast episode on that, we'll link in the show notes. But we sent an email out at the beginning to say, FYI, effectively, if I'm replying to you at odd times or anything like that, and made fun of it, had a photo of Paula and the kids. And ultimately, people like seeing Paula, Mike, the kids, the team, because it's about them. It's focusing on how she's helping and serving them, providing that value and beginning a conversation. And that's the best way, rather than providing loads of value about planting or anything like that. Try and focus on what's going to appeal to them and what's going to interest them.
Yeah, and also don't forget about adding call to actions, because yes, you give them this fantastic ebook or newsletter or brochure or whatever it might be that you create, but what do they have to do afterwards? You need to tell them what to do. Now, a call to action is simply telling your client what to do when they have A, looked at your website, B, gone on your social media posts, or C, downloaded this free ebook or lead magnet, whatever you want to call it. So it's as simple as call us today if you are looking to design your garden, or email if you prefer everything by email us on this email address too, or get this great offer by X date by calling us or emailing us or text us, however you want to do it. You need to tell them what to do afterwards, because it's all very well creating a wonderful document, but if there's no call to action at the end of it, they won't know what to do, which is why the automated emails work really well to follow up, because generally a lot of the call to action is in them.
If you're like, what do I send them by email in that automated email series? Simply map out what seems like a logical process and then try and write the emails from there. So for us, it was like, well, if they receive it in the post, we need to make sure that they've actually received it. Then how did they find the brochure?
Did they have questions?
Do they have questions? And then, right, what's the next step? Well, they might be wondering what prices are going to be like. So let's send them an email saying, look, we're the most expensive landscaper in the area, but here's why.
If this is one of their objections,
that's the word.
You basically want to overcome their objections. So you have your call to actions in there, and you're also looking to overcome the objections before you have that telephone call or before you have the appointment booked in, because ultimately you're not trying to sell to them on the emails or through the ebook. What you're trying to get them to know, like, and trust you. And then on the appointment is where you are looking to sell.
Yeah, because I said at the beginning, soft sell, and for me, it varies for different people, but for me, soft sell is selling your business without actually selling your business. So it's talking about your business in a way that sells itself for you. You're not just like, buy now, although on that email at the bottom, we have a call to action that if you would like to discuss booking in for a consultation, blah, 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 hit reply. But it's going over their objections. So if you're looking for a guide on how to do that automated email series, start off with, did they receive it? How did they find it? Then what possible objections could it be? Could it be location? Could it be budget? Could it be the type of materials you use? Have a think, and what information and value you could also provide, whether it is material help or anything like that, and how you want them to get in touch. Is it through calling you, or is it through emailing, or is it through filling out a survey, which you could link to in the emails? Or is it simply booking in using a calendar link that you have? So thinking about that is really the next step. But ultimately what it provides is, once it's set up, it's done, it's going, and it's a form of marketing that you can then push with Facebook ads or Google ads, or post about it on social. And it's bringing in those quality inquiries for you without continual work.
Yeah, because you know how it was, but only a couple of months ago, we were all inundated with phone inquiries. So I know of myself, I felt like all I was doing was picking up the phone and speaking to clients, and half of them were not my ideal client and were not who I wanted to work with. So again, it was a bit of a waste of time. Whereas now we're going back to the more usual route of, we're generating inquiries through our brochure, through our website, through our social media, and they are more our type of inquiries. So I'm spending less time on the volume of clients, but more time with the right clients. And we never turned off our marketing. So although everyone says, I'm too busy, I don't want to do any more marketing, I don't want to do this, well, actually, we never turned off our marketing. So we carried on having our free downloadable brochure and the printed stuff. We also had our socials carrying on going out. We also were creating videos. I know Andy's done behind the design sort of video series and stuff like that that could inform clients of what we do and what we're all about. We never turned any of that off, even at the busiest period. The only thing I looked to turn off was paid advertising during that time. But other than that, we carried on, and now it's continuing to generate us inquiries, even though the craziness has died down slightly.
Yeah, because if it's a very specific freebie that you're offering to your business, you'll rank in Google for those keywords by the page that they have to request the brochure or whatever on. So you're naturally going to get inquiries that way. Ultimately, if you set that up, or you're looking to set up and you want help, you can reach out. Or if you're like, right, I can set that up, but it's the continuous marketing stuff that you need help with, then reach out. We can look at social media management for you or anything else. But ultimately, it's finding a way that works for you.
Yeah, and also another thing to think about as a continual marketing effort is SEO. Now, Charlotte is the queen of SEO for TLC. She offers that as one of our done for you packages, so we can help you with that. But it's all about looking at search engine optimization to make sure your website is ranking for the right reasons. So for the right keywords in the right locations, for the right things that you want to generate, the kind of clients that you want to bring into your business. Another thing on lead magnets that I did want to mention is you can go one step further and create what we call a tripwire, which is where you sell a lead magnet. So maybe a higher value lead magnet for a small amount of money. And the psychology behind this is that someone buys into you at a small amount, so say £4, £5, £10, whatever you want to call it, then they will be more likely to spend more money with you as they go through the client journey, or the prospect journey, I suppose, the inquiry journey. So you can think about things that you could offer. So we, for instance, would offer maybe a challenge that would cost you, I don't know, £40, £30, whatever. And then people that buy into that challenge might then buy into us running their social media for them, or doing their SEO, or building a website, etc., etc. So it's called a tripwire for a reason. Once someone has spent money with you, no matter how small, they are more likely to trust you. They know what you can deliver on, and then they're more likely to buy from you a bigger product or service going forward. So have a think what you could offer. That's, you have your freebie, your lead magnet, then you have a tripwire, and then you have your main services and products.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just an add-on.
An add-on, a bonus. I feel like this episode was very jam-packed with a lot of useful information. If you have any questions or like any more information on the services that we provide, links will be in the show notes, as well as email info@thelandscapestep.co.uk, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.